Jeremy. I apologize for my broness here with the muscle tank. I just got done working out. I was like, this will be the easiest time to do it. So that's what I'm doing right now. So to start out, here's the warm-up stretch I recommend doing for the shoulders. That would be some rotators. So I stick my thumbs up, I lock my elbows out, I reach as high as I possibly can, and I rotate out and down, clearly my barbell's in my way. So go for that again, just like this, thumbs out, arms straightened by the sides, elbows extended, reach as high as you can. The whole stretch, you should be trying to like reach without moving your shoulder, if that makes sense. So you're, well, here you're reaching forwards, and that's fine. Then you should be reaching up. That's a good one for the shoulders. That's one. Another one. I don't know if you have a band or not. You'd have a band. If you did, to extend to reach them forwards and backwards, would be to do this one here. So they're reaching backwards, forwards, keeping it below the shoulder blades, or it snaps up and hits your neck like that. Not comfortable. This lets them this band pulls them together from behind, which is great. But, you know, all these would be in the kind of 8 to 12 rep range. Then, so that's shoulders. There's one more one you can do for your shoulders or your lats in particular. I'll show that. Bear with me, here's the walls right there. So you find a wall, put your hands slightly below the shoulders, elbows extended, feet behind the hips, not too far though. You're going to drop your hips back and try to push your head between your shoulders. Now this one, since we're warming up, I don't ever want you to do static stretches where you just hold it for a long time. I'll go over those in a second. So that's the last one for shoulders. Same thing, 8 to 12 reps. Next, we got hips. Best thing you can do is like a leg swing. So the hamstring one in particular here. So I'll hold on to like a post. You can hold on to a wall, anything. You can do you can hold on to a wall. Please just put an arm wall like this. That's fine. I'm just using my racks. It's here. Kicks, high kicks. Try to get the foot as high as you can. Try to minimize the bend, if any, in the knee as you do that. So you switch sides then. I like to swing the outside leg, so here would be, I rotate directions just to make it easier. Next we got external swings, or gosh, they're outward swings, I guess. I'm not sure how to say it. Oh, there's a mouse. Don't come in my house, please. He's gonna try to. He's in a window. I'll tell you this is live. So yeah, opening up the hip externally, because the hip can move laterally like that. Do the same thing for the other side. So those are the two big ones for the hip. I mean, I've had people just do 10 deep squats. Go as deep as you can. You can also sit down here and open up the shoulders, open up the back. Actually should do that more often. That feels really good. So those would be the big ones for hips, just making sure you're swinging it out to the side and forwards. Sorry, I'm very distracted by where this mouse went. Probably trying to get my house. Next we have wrists. Wrists are an interesting one because you don't have to do them. It'd only be once in a blue moon, basically, or if they're feeling tight or you got something explosive on the hands in a given day. Pretty much always have the located wrist directly on your shoulders, similar to your push-up, but you're going to hands and knees for all these. I mean, there's a variety. You can rock forwards. That's one. Just rock forwards. That's all it is. Feel until it goes through a stretch. Don't lift the heel of the palm off the ground. hands around 180 degrees if you can. You should be able to do this. This is a little different. So now I'm going to sit back. You're stretching the opposite direction. Same thing. You can put them upside down like this and facing backwards, which will feel tight at first. When you're done, will feel amazing. Keep the elbow pits, the inner elbow, facing forward as you do this. Same thing, we're sitting back. This one feels absolutely incredible. But keep the top of the wrist down in contact with the mat or carpet. Last one would be side to side. Keeping the heel with the palm down. Just rock side to side, and that would be probably 10 to each side. Other ones could be 10 to 15 total. Once again, I would recommend giving these a shot at some point when you have time, just because you feel so much better when you're done. You don't even know. The wrists and the hands get used so much throughout the day. It just feels incredible to be done with those. So those are what I do. That'd be the max that I do to warm up. There's other things I could do, depending on what's needed. Things that are tight in your body, I'll definitely make sure I activate those as well. So then at the end, I'll do the typical runner stretch. I'll hold all these stretches for 30 seconds, and at the end of that 30 seconds, I'll hold them for a minimum of 30 seconds, and then at that 30-second mark, I'll take a big inhale, then an exhale, and then I'll reach deeper into the stretch. So this runner stretch, back hamstring needs to be locked out. Trying to reach the hands towards the ground. It's okay if you can't touch. If you can, great. So once you reach, and then at that 30-second mark, big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, descend deeper into the stretch. Because there's a tendon in your muscle that actually releases at 30 seconds, and then you're allowed it to stretch deeper. That's why we don't want to hold stretches for too long before you start. That's why I'm doing all this dynamic stuff where you're moving in and out of something rather than holding it and locking it tight. So I would do that for both hamstrings. In fact, I do that one almost every workout because you're done stretching in 4 minutes, and it just you'll feel better the next day because you stretched your hamstrings. So that's hamstrings. So I'll do both legs. Nothing fancy there. The next one is a quad stretch. And I'm going to lie on my side on the ground for this. Facing, slightly turned towards you here. Same thing as a standing quad stretch, but better. So you want your underside knee bent to 90 degrees, the 180 degrees to the hips, so fully straight, and you're going to pull the quad back. So it's the same thing as that standing quad stretch, but there's no temptation to arch your back or lean forwards at all to get the stretch deeper. You're just pulling right here on that quad. In fact, this one also feels really good right now. So this one, the same thing, 30 seconds. Inhale, exhale, go deeper. And that's all for quads. There's others you can do, but let's say if you did those two. Those are two extremely good leg stretches for the biggest muscles that will get worked during a leg workout typically. Hamstrings, quads, glutes. Glutes get a little stretch in that hamstring one. Last, you can do that same exact. I'm going to try to risk it here. See if I can fit in here without this or no. I don't know if I'll do it or not. We'll try. Bar there. Next, you can do that lat stretch. And then just hold it down here. And then at that 30-second mark, go a little deeper. There's other stretches you can do that. So that'd be lat specifically, which is like right here. There's other ones you can do for your shoulders. You can do like the doorway stretch. This is not a doorway, but imagine it was, where you're walking forwards and you're stretching your pecs out, your shoulders. Okay, this is not even like I said, but it'd be like this and you're leaning forwards. Same thing, 30 seconds. Release, or not release. 30 seconds, inhale, exhale, go deeper. Probably do those for another 20 seconds after that. So I kind of have like a stopwatch timer, interval timer going on a 50-second work, 10-second rest whenever I stretch. That way I don't have to, it's just already programmed in there. Makes it easy. So at the 30-second mark, I go deeper, I do a few more inhales and exhales to kind of keep trying to go deeper, and then I relieve it right around 55 seconds or so, and then I rotate to the next stretch. But yeah, you can do the same thing for an individual shoulder. Just turn it out. Any wall, doorway, those kind of things would work. So, hope that was helpful. That was probably way too much time. Should probably just release this as like content in the app or something like that, promote myself better. But now it's recorded, so enjoy.